Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of American Truck Sim, where I think we're hauling crude oil today. Crude oil to Laurel, Montana. So basically, right exactly where we wanted to go for $5,083, which is also fantastic news because we need some good money too. So we're going to be doing that. We're going to be going this way. There we go. But yeah, so we're going to be a little bit heavy, which isn't a bad thing. It just means that we're making some money. First of all, we got to get some sleep, and we got to get some fuel. So we're going to stop at that one spot right there on the map, just north of Lubbock. And we're going to Laurel, Montana. Our plan is to stop in Cheyenne. So we're going to try to stop in Cheyenne. We're going to be taking as many interstates as humanly possible. So with all that being said, it should be maybe not a quick one, but it should be an easy trip. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show as our first yawn happens. Anyways. Oh boy. Oh good, the tractor turned off. Good, because I didn't want to follow him. But yeah, so I like hauling fuel. I mean, it looks fantastic behind this truck. It really does. In the convoy that I was talking about in the last episode, we were trying to haul some fuel, yellow truck, but it is what it is. I'm not going to cut in front of that guy, but what I am going to do is I'm going to go right behind him. Then hopefully no one's in the fast lane. There we go. Beautiful. It's not the greatest spot to be hauling oil out of, but it is what it is. Alright, a little bit of outside camera action there. So, hopefully no one's behind this guy. Got fantastic blind spots. This truck is, I think, professional at blind spots. If blind spots was a professional sport, this truck would have to have all of them. Every single one of them. Oh, look, a water park. I didn't even realize that. Huh, interesting. Alright, so how do I get... I think I have to take this exit and go straight. I think that's how I do it. Or at least that's what we're going to be doing. So far, we have explored 9.83% of the map. We should be going through Raton, Denver, Pueblo. What else are we going through? I have no idea what else we're going through, but we should be going through a lot of new cities, so that's always a plus. Let's see. So we're going straight if this guy wants to go. And then we got to turn right, I think, at this next junction if we can. No, we can't. Okay, so it's going to be a driveway after the fact. Okay, we can do that. We can do that. Beautiful. Gotta honk at the loves. It's yellow. Well, yeah, so we'll get some sleep, get some fuel, and then get on our merry way out of here. I think it's going to be the second entrance. So we'll let everybody know in about 4,000 feet that we have an entrance that we're going to. Beautiful. We'll get fuel first, so we don't have to worry about it afterward and be wasting time. $3.09 a gallon. Lovely. I love it. It's probably going to be $700. Nah, 400. Oh man, love Texas. Cheap juice. Arizona, I think, was $3.45 or $3.55, something crazy like that. I don't want to go to California, period, ever. Oregon is expensive, so I sure as hell don't want to go to California. We're gonna stop right here at this this spot here. Did it turn green? There it is. Another loan payment, so it looks like we're doing some night driving. Beautiful. So, last episode we did check and look, and it was $125,000 for the garage. Do some grass mowing over here. So $125,000 for the garage, and my truck is not in the what do you call it? It's not in the used trucks. Nobody knows my truck yet, but it's not there. Then, of course, we want to have some decent money, so I think what we're going to do is we're just going to keep this truck until we have the proper truck. Like, it's going to be a truck that we're going to hold on to for a while. Nothing wrong with this truck, but to get the next motor upgrade and stuff like that, we have to buy a truck. And so I think this truck's pretty much maxed at $350. Or maybe after the loan we can upgrade it. I don't really know. Nobody's asked that question yet, in which I'm kind of surprised. Because theoretically, all they said is you have to pay the loan before you can upgrade anything. So if you pay the loan, can you upgrade the motor? Because, I mean, this truck is not bad. Huh. Decisions. I have questions. Anyway, I'll get those details figured out as soon as I can, because that's actually a very, very genuine question. Like, wait a minute, if you pay off the loan, then you can just keep your own truck. Why would you have to buy a new truck? But then again, yeah, I don't know. Because, I mean, like I said, this truck's not bad. It just has blind spots for days. And it's absolutely just hard to back up because there's no mirrors. Other than that, it's fantastic. I do love this truck. The simplicity of it, you know, there's nothing really to it. You got the big old white steering wheel and, you know, stuff like that. The horsepower or the motor, you just kind of get used to it. You know, you get used to not being able to go places fast. And, you know, so you really have to think about, you know, like, oh, if I take a $60,000 or 60,000 pound load, I'm not going to get there very quick. Or like this one here, it's, you might as well say 50,000 pounds with the trailer. And so, you know, 50,000 pounds, 350 horsepower, we will get to speed, or up to speed, but it's going to take a while. And so with all that in mind, you'd think about it. Okay, so the more weight you haul, the, you know, the less fuel mileage you'll get, so on and so forth, yada, yada, yada. I mean, it's just things you have to think about. Like, if you want to save fuel, haul lighter loads. If you haul lighter loads, theoretically, you're going to, you know, make less money. But it is up to you, right? So, the heaviest load we've hauled was either the triples out of, was it, oh boy, I gotta think about it now. So I think it was triples, but where did we go to? I think it was Colorado to Billings, Bozeman, and that was 60,000 pounds, but I can't remember how much the Harvester was. The Harvester, it was pretty heavy. We didn't make anywhere fast on that trip either, but, you know, like I said, we made decent money, so we try to go the shortest and the most amount of money possible, whereas these trips here, we try to do the most money amount possible and miles per money per mile. So this one, I believe, was like $5 a mile, give or take. Because we're going about 1,100 miles, so it was a little less than $5 a mile, but it'll be all right. But it's crude oil going to Laurel, Montana, and that's exactly where we're going. So you know, even if we do bite the bullet in the end of you know, fuel and not making the most money possible, basically all that matters is that we're getting back up to the crew, because everybody in the convoy, so Scotsman, Rasher, and Dave, they're all up in either Glendive or Sydney. I can't remember exactly what one, but they're somewhere up there. So if we can get back to them, we don't have to quick travel, and which means I can save money. And that is a yellow truck right there, by the way. So long for the yellow truck. I still haven't done the key binding for the Y on the Xbox controller. been slacking on that one too. Speed limit 35 miles an hour. We're doing 35 miles an hour as we're slowing down. No idea why we're slowing down, but we're slowing down. Texaco, New Mexico. This guy's gonna go flying past us. That's fine. Maybe. Got a big ticket yesterday. We got a $620 ticket, something like that, plus a $300 wreck fee. That hurt. So that was $1,000. Plus we paid damn near $1,000 in fuel. So we only made like $2,400 yesterday. And so, or last episode, excuse me. So this episode, we hopefully can make $5,000. We're not going to make it to our destination yet. I mean, like I said, we got a few miles yet to go. But hopefully, if we stop in like Cheyenne area, it won't be too very long of a video. Next episode won't be. And then what we'll do is probably just wait for them, or what we'll do, since they're doing some GMS and stuff like that, we'll just do our own thing. Either way, because GMS is starting up on the 11th of June. And of course, if you haven't done it already and you want to join, we have an official leaderboard on the Discord. Green light, baby. Stay green. And so if you want to join, all the details are in the Discord. So join the Discord in the description. And then all the information and stuff like that will be over there. Winner gets a free copy of GMS2 or bragging rights or whatever else we come up with at the time being. So far, it is a free copy of GMS2 purchased by me. Because Rasher is kind of in the house, we're trying to get, some popularity built up so that we can get... GMS to be like, okay, well, let's see if we can, do something and get some, the leaderboard for consoles and stuff like that. So that's what we're trying to do. So the more support, the better. But, before planes start running, you got to start walking. So, got to walk before we run, and so that's what we're going to try to be doing. And of course, if you're new to the series and you don't understand why I keep honking all the time, a yellow vehicle, whether it's truck, car, whatever, every yellow vehicle we honk at, it's just a Scotsman thing. What are we doing? Are we stopping? Red light? Nope, green light. Why are we stopping then? So every yellow vehicle we see, or that I do see, we honk at them. Just because it's a fun thing to do. Breaks up the trip. I think the most I've ever got was like 6 or 8, something like that. I guess for him, it was like 12. So that would be pretty insane. That's basically a whole video of just nothing but, But we'll see. So we got about 200 miles done already. Well, that's fantastic. This guy's taking for a while. We're just going to pass him. Can't tell what the speed limit is. What does this sign say? 65. 65, staying alive, keeping alive, barely alive. So we'll get up to 70. We're about 69. Hit that cruise control and just sail up onto, what's north of this? Colorado? Not Dakota. Colorado. Sooner or later we'll be able to hit the, I-25. Go through, like I said, Pueblo, Raton, all that fun stuff. But we gotta get to Albuquerque, I think, first. Albuquerque. Alright, nope. I think we're doing over the speed limit. Thank goodness that's not a cop. Let's see. 71. Let's see if it'll back down a little bit. Still doing 70. There it is. Right in front of a cop, too. Good. think we hit cruise at 69. We'll see. We'll see. Like I said, heavier load, you know, we only got 350 horsepower, so it does take a little bit of time to get back up to speed. This game is definitely a lot better with, you know, some other people to start picking on, especially Dave. Everybody loves picking on Dave. Like I said, Dave's a fantastic guy. Fantastic guy indeed. And it's just fun to, like I said, pick on him and, you know, stuff like that. He knows we're kidding. Sometimes we can get a little carried away, and he tells us about it. But, no, he gives it back a little bit. Not as good as I'd hope, but he gives it back a little bit. Looks like we're turning right here on highway something. Highway 84, it looks like. Thank goodness I had my blinker on there, pal. It just ran right over me. And of course, if you want to watch the stream from the other day, all you have to do is go to my Twitch. It should still be up there for a few days anyway. The truck I was driving was a Peterbilt 352 cab over. Yeah, it was Peterbilt 352 from 1959. Had a 625 horsepower motor with an 18-speed transmission. Not exactly sure what the torque was on that bad boy, but either way, my wife built it, basically. She decided the paint job. She decided all the lights on it, which was cyan. She did not get to choose the underglow, because I didn't know that was the thing. But everything else, she did 100% decide, and everything else, you gonna go? Thank you, bud. Thank you for slowing us down for no reason. But yeah, she did build that truck. It was an absolutely fantastic truck until I crashed it. Ran into a guardrail at about 90 miles an hour, 100% damage, so I had to go get that fixed. And then after that, a lot of cars tried to cut me off and kill me, but basically the only other thing that happened was I was going to pass Dave, and I ended up on my side, the driver's side, so that wasn't very fun. But that was a stream just to hang out, have some fun. You know, this is our serious series, you know, serious series. We didn't want to mess anything up like that. And since everybody has so many videos out and everything else, we've just been doing, just been trying to, you know, break up the monotony of it, I guess you could say. So we've just jumped on there and had some fun with that. And bada bing, bada boom, Bob's your uncle. Alright, so 45, I think it said. We're in somewhere land. Looks like we're still going straight. 40 east-west. We're not going 40. Thought we were going on interstates, but apparently that is not the case. Where's the interstates at? Ah, okay, so you got to get on 40. Then you got to go up 84 one more time. Because it wanted us to go, I think, Lubbock to Amarillo, up Dalhart and stuff like that. But this way takes you mainly to interstates. So once we get on 25, we'll be at 25 for a while. So it is what it is. On ramp right up here, not a big thing. Probably should just get behind this guy. Come on, let's go. Come on. No, you slow down too. Yep, that's exactly what I want. Thank you. Goodness gracious. Got people to see, things to do, people to see. Goodness gracious. So if we end up with about 600 miles or 500 miles yet to go, that'd be fantastic. We got 900 and some change left. But the speed limit should be relatively about 65 plus for the most part. We got 950 miles. Got the Highway 84 interstate thingamajigger here. I think that's what we're doing. Hell, I don't know. Looks like it's 40 west, and then we jump off to 84 north, and then we get back on 25 north. It appears that's the case. No idea why we're still doing 35. Must be because we haven't hit the speed limit yet. There's a few bugs and glitches and whatnot, but hopefully it's soon, because I ain't doing 35 on the interstate. That's a very quick way to die. Or get rear-ended one. There's the speed sign right when we gotta get off to 84 north. Okay. Looks like this guy's going slow. Should have got over, bud. Sorry. Thank you, pal. Alright, going north to Santa Fe. 256 exit on Interstate 40. Alright, what do we got? What do we got? Looks like nothing much. A little bit rough on that brake, but it's fine. So if we make it to Cheyenne, we have fuel, sleep, the works. Let's see, we got 9 hours and 34 minutes. Everything should be fine, as long as we have, you know, the time in the video to get there. Oh, wrong button. F3, not F4. Figure it out. I don't want to. But yeah, we decided this way because I thought it would be less highways. Apparently it's about more highways, it seems. But we'll see what happens. Like I said, hopefully it'll just be easy. Plus we haven't gone this way yet. And so, more road coverage, more cities you go through, you know, so on and so forth. Like I said, we're at 9.83 roads discovered or explored, whatever it is. So if we could just keep that going up, that's cool. Haven't done 100% yet. Never know what that's like. Don't know if it's an achievement or what, but we're a long ways from that. Got a lot of California we have to go through. Washington, the eastern side. Oregon, the middle of Oregon. What else we got? Probably a lot of Montana yet. Idaho, the southern part of Idaho. Colorado, the western part of Colorado. Utah, we've done quite a bit of Utah. Arizona is probably the western side just because of California. New Mexico is probably the western and southern side. Along with Texas, all of the eastern side up to Arkansas, Missouri. Pretty much, yeah. So that's a lot of ground to make up. A lot of ground we can cover. 45 miles an hour, but we're getting up to the interchange of I-25. So it wasn't too bad. Just a quick little hop, skip, and a jump. Simmer down just a hair. Turn, baby, turn. There we go. Got the corner, but that's fine. $75 miles an hour so far, so that's fantastic. Yellow truck. We'll get that honking as soon as we're done. I think that truck left us a long time ago, so that's actually kind of funny that we caught back up to him. Raton was 100 miles north. Let's actually take a quick look-see. So the next one is 441 miles, so we're not going to make that. So we'll probably stop here. Let's take that. Oh, wow, yeah. I will overcut that. Colorado Springs. Let's check that one. Nope, that one don't have fuel. Pueblo? Looks like we're going to Pueblo. 242 miles to go. And we might get there. If we can get up to speed and keep speed, we should be be fine. 200 miles. Yeah, it's about 600. Like I said, new interstate. What is that? No, thought it was a boat. It's just like an in dump trailer. So hopefully you guys have been enjoying a little bit of the new editing style. We kind of copied a little bit of Rasher's Rasher deal, and kind of showing like the highlight of the video. I may start doing a little bit more. Like, and what I'll mean is, like, I'll be, if it's gonna be like kind of a boring situation, stuff like that, what I'll probably do is I'll just, you know, cut out some of it, or you know, do something so it's not as long of a video. So if you want to see more of like this, and this is kind of your mumbo jumbo, be sure to let me know in the comments below. And then if you want to see more, you know, like get the job done, get there quicker, shorter videos so you don't have to look at the map all the time or in the dark or what so have you, then let me know. Basically what I'm trying to say is that I run out of stuff to talk about. So like with the convoy and stuff like that, it's easier because, you know, that we have 3 people bantering with each other. But when it's just me, I got to come up with something to talk about. And so most of the time it's either a lot of the same thing, or it's me not making any sense, which that's very common, or stuff like that. So that's kind of what I'm thinking, is just we're going to be trying to do some different types of editing and stuff like that, like cutting out the dull parts and so on and so forth, just to see what it's like. So yeah, let me know what you guys like, and then if I don't get any feedback, I guess it's just whatever I choose to do. But just let me know. I'm gonna try not to hit this guy, but at the same time, I'm trying not to lose all my speed. I know it's very bright there for a long moment, but we're trying to get to Pueblo here. We're trying to save time on the episode while doing the speed limit. There we go. About time you figured out how to get over. KFC truck. Don't think I've ever seen one. So we're doing 75. That is the speed limit. I know this truck can do about 86 empty. So just bobtail, we can do 86. With the trailer, it's a little bit difficult. We got something coming up here. I think this one is Raton. What are you doing, pal? Get back over. Oh, that wasn't Raton. Interesting. Oh, Raton is a little bit up the road here. Got about 200 miles yet. A lot of ups and downs in this road. Probably because wouldn't say we're right next to the foothills of the Rockies, but we're getting close since we're going to Colorado. I think it's more northwestern from our general location, but I mean, we're getting close anyway. And 65 is the speed limit, so we'll back her down just a hair. Stay on the road, thank you. 68 is okay. 69 is better. Here, let's speed up to 69. There it is. About 69.1 miles an hour. That's all that matters. So you're allowed to go 4 miles an hour over the speed limit. And that's all I care about. Just enough. Just enough to get speed, but not get a ticket. That's the catch. Looks like there's a scale coming up. Hopefully it's for southbound only, because I really don't want to stop. Yellow truck. I'm not sure if that's a yellow truck or not beside us. But we won't honk at him just in case. Alright, what's this sign say? Sign says report something. Highway patrol targeting drunk drivers. Well, it looks like we're going to stop at the scale. If the light's green. If it's red, excuse me. If it's green, we just get to fly right on by. Also, since I had actually just popped in, I had a comment yesterday, so the 6th of June, and somebody was wondering if they could put this game under CDL training. Didn't make any damn sense to me, but I guess you could, in a sense, right? So I said you might, right? Because I'm not 100% sure. I wouldn't personally do it. Like, oh, hey, I played a game, you know. But I said it kind of gives you the understanding a little bit. I mean, because it is true. I mean, you get kind of the length factor. You get the stuff like that. Where is the scale at? Is it? Oh, copy it right here. Good. I'm just gonna run this stop sign. But yeah, so I mean, technically you could, but I wouldn't do it. I mean, like when you drive and stuff like that, like I said, like I told this person, I was like, you get the feeling of driving a truck, but there is so much stuff that you have to think about in real life, like split-second decisions to save somebody's life or ultimately end it. And, there is no other way to saying that except that. I mean, there has come times in my career, and it's only been, I only drove cross country 3 years, but there's times in my career where if I would have not hit the brakes a second sooner, then, I could have rear-ended somebody, or, if you're not a defensive driver, like that car could have cut me off and I could have clipped its back bumper, or they could have clipped my bumper, and they could have went flipping off the interstate, so on and so forth, big ball of fire, so on and so forth. I mean, there's stuff like that you can't teach. Like, you have to have yellow truck. And then it comes down to another thing. Like, are you scared to haul a trailer? Because, I mean, the longest trailer that I know of, a singular trailer, is a 53-footer. I know that there's been talk about a 57-footer, which is just scary because half the people that drive trucks now can't drive a 53-footer. And then you have doubles, and then you have triples, and that's 90 foot of trailer, or all 3 trailers at 30 foot. Plus you have a dolly in the middle, so technically you're anywhere from, I'd say, 100 to 115 foot with the truck, depending. I'd say maybe a touch longer, possible. And you're pushing upwards of, a normal truck weight is 80,000 pounds. Like, the more weight they have on a truck, the more money they get out of it, or the shipper. And so, they're pushing 80,000 pounds. Like, a triple, the heaviest I've ever hauled, well, legally, I should say legally, was 105.5. Illegally, which we don't talk about very loudly, was cut that guy off. Yep, it was 110,840 pounds. That was the heaviest load I've ever hauled. There was no scales and stuff like that, but I didn't have a choice. There's just a lot different, right? I mean, staring at a screen and staring at, real life, like I said, it's just, there's so many things that are different. When I started driving with the wheel, pedals, and shifter, this truck does not drive like real life. I mean, I've drove a 10-speed, I've drove a 13-speed, I've drove a 15-speed, I've drove an 18-speed, I've drove automatic trucks. I mean, I'm not saying I'm a professional, so don't even think that. But I mean, I've drove quite a few trucks to safely say that this is not real life, not even in a moment notice, right? And you'd be crazy if you did say it was real life, like, oh, well, you're driving a truck. No, You may be driving a truck, but traffic in this game, half the time, drives better than real life. You know, this game, they kind of seem like they're out to kill you, but in real life, people don't care. Like, people don't understand that trucks can't stop. Like, I did the math. So 80,000 pounds, you have 10 brakes on that truck. A normal setup. So like the one that just took off, you got 2 brakes on the steers, 2 brakes on the drives, and 2 brakes on the trailer. You have 10 brakes. That is 8,000 pounds per brake ratio. And a car is 2,500 pounds. So you have like 800 pounds. Right? Like I said, give or take. That is a lot of weight to stop as we just run the red stop sign. That is a lot of weight to stop. So is this game the same? I'll let you answer that. But can you get like an understanding? Yeah, you can. Like, you know, making turns, making corners, stuff like that. You can get the understanding of backing up a trailer. You can get the understanding of like how wide do I have to take a corner so I don't hit nothing. You know, the sharper the corner, how fast can you go. But when you're hauling like fuel, if you're hauling liquid of any sorts, that trailer does not act like a boat trailer. It doesn't act like a utility trailer, right? It moves. You know, freight that you haul moves. It's bad if it does, but it can. I think I'm going the wrong way. But you just have... What? I didn't even hit you, bud. Go fly a kite. But I mean, that's just kind of the things that that guy made me think. A lot of yellow trucks in this parking lot. Is it because my jake brake's on or something? I don't understand. But anyway, with all that being said, hopefully it's not too much of a rant, but you know, if you are a truck driver and stuff like that, let me know what your thoughts are. Can you play this game and, you know, put it on your resume? Would it be a smart idea? Let me know. But as of right now, we're going to stop. And can we stop right here and get some sleep? Maybe. Oh, we can. What the hell is everybody's problem today? Okay, well apparently if you pull up next to somebody, then they start honking. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Like I said, it was a little bit of a rant there, but I do appreciate everybody stopping in and so on and so forth. We have roughly 649 miles to go, and let's cut that off. Yeah, so we got about 649 miles to go. So it's a little bit longer than I wanted it to be. But next episode, it's on the south side. So hopefully it won't be too terribly long, and we'll be on I-25 for the majority of time. I know Denver's 55 miles an hour, but everything else. Wyoming is about damn near 80 the entire way. I don't know about this highway here, but with all that being said, thank you much. Catch you in the next one, and you all take care.